Hello. I'm gonna start doing um, weekly check-ins like I did before. Um, Probably everybody knows from my check-ins before when I was in a motel. If you had followed it, I've only got like maybe some new people on here, maybe I don't know, two or three added that I really didn't add. Somebody else added them that was staying at my apartment at the time. I'm not gonna go into it no more. I went into it in other videos. I don't know. Maybe the best thing for me anymore would be just to kind of keep to myself and stop letting people run all over me. I'm tired of it. It's getting old. I allowed neighbors in my apartment in Treeborn just irritate me, and I had like I don't know about three other people living with me. I'm not gonna go into their names. It was two women and one man. I don't know. It was crazy. It was like on and off. They would come in and out, take things, and eat food, and then I'd end up with no food, or hell, no cigarette lighter, or anything like my pipe, or they were doing something they weren't supposed to be doing at that time. It's illegal now, but I have a problem with it. Maybe it's better if I just kind of, keep to myself and just, if I need something, maybe people can help me. I don't know why I got a slow connection. This phone is kind of crazy. I've had a good connection all day, but when I come on video, I have a slow connection. That's cable for me. Looking at my cable box. Yeah, I do these lives. I went into topics on how I am. I don't have a dog no more. I might have mentioned that when I was in the motel. I don't really know what I mentioned in the motel. I know one thing it was I was living in a group home. The situation wasn't the way I wanted it. There was a worker out there with one of the residents that she claimed it was a sexual assault that he assaulted her. I got involved with it. Why I did, I don't know. And why I'm having a slow connection now on a bad day, I don't know. But, yeah, I got involved with it. And it came to the point where she wouldn't go to the police, so I shouldn't have gotten involved. It wasn't my problem. I had problems with the worker. I'm not going to say his name. I might have mentioned his name in one other video. I don't know. I was so frustrated at that time. I got caught trespassing on the group home because I assaulted the worker. It just got messed with me because I got involved with other people. And no, I didn't need the group home situation. When I was in Treeborn, I should have just ignored the stupid stuff that was going on with my neighbor, and it got to the point where, yeah, it wasn't a physical assault. I basically had an argument with him. One of the people that was living at my place, she was kind of like a friend, more than a friend, but she had an argument with his wife. I don't know what was over. Her friend was in the argument. I went out there to break it up. He started yelling at me, and we got in an argument. And I told him, I said, I can't. I had words with him, and as far as I know, we all ended up in the state hospital. That wasn't the first time. There was a time when I ended up in a state hospital, in a psych ward for something. I don't even know what it was now. Talking to him about something, they called police on me. All he liked to do was start trouble and then claim that I was starting trouble when he was starting it. That was the point. Then he got to the point to where I would have my apartment dark like I wasn't home. So he was shining lights through the blinds to see if he could see something moving. Got to that point. Then I confronted him on that. He said his neighbors were doing it. I know it was his truck that was doing it. I was there. I seen the whole thing. You know, what more can I say? There's enough of that. That's what got me the protection order that he got on me. And what he had on there was nothing that I was doing. All I did to violate it was tell him to go to hell. And he said that I said I was going to kill him. I never said that. Never. But the police heard what the apartment manager, I guess she was sticking up for him, apparently. Why? I guess because he had a little kid that was about, I don't know, if it was his niece or his kid or what. It looked like she was about maybe 5 years old. I don't know. I didn't want nothing to do with him. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't like how his wife would argue with my resident, and I was already getting evicted for having people in there with not being on the lease. And then they left, so he wanted to get me out. Well, I was already evicted anyways. So what was the big deal with getting a protection order? And what lie did he say when I said for him to go to hell? He said I was going to kill him. And told him that I said something about his shop. I wouldn't care if he was working at Pizza Hut or McDonald's as far as that goes. I didn't care where he worked. But that's not the idea. That's the whole gist of what I'm trying to say. It has nothing to do with what went on where I'm at now. But what went on now is I got in another situation where I had, I don't know, a man, his daughter, his wife, his brother hanging out here. And yeah, I can't have that. And I'm having neighbors now that will take and give. They will give a little bit, you know, whatever, and then they'll expect something in return. I can't do that. I'm just going to have to go to the point where if I'm out of something, I'm shit out of luck. And just say, you know, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have to set boundaries starting this year. And I'm trying slowly to do it. And it's getting tough. But you know what? I'm going to have to bear down and just, you know, quit being the nice guy. Because whatever happened to that other apartment before I went to jail, I never laid a finger on that guy. And yeah, I did assault that worker at that group home. But on the understanding that I was trying to help somebody out. See, I was doing it for another person. Same thing happened here. Same thing happened to Treeborn. Arguing, sticking up for a group of people that were using me. And I can't let these neighbors, you know, do this to me. I can't. And if it means being like this one woman that lives behind a neighbor on the side of me, it don't bother me at all. But she just keeps to herself. She don't talk to nobody. Maybe I gotta be like that. It's getting to be where I'm gonna have to be, you know, keep my sanity. I'm just gonna have to leave people alone. I don't know why, but maybe being alone is better than being around a bunch of people that use me. I have friends on here that, you know, we play chess and everything else. We stop talking. There's nothing more to talk about. I have good friends on here. I have a friend on here right now. I'm not going to even say her name. I kept her out of so many friends, and I've lost family because of all silly arguments about what got done or didn't get done, and how money situation is. I'm okay. I got money in the bank. I'm having a little hard with food right now and transportation to get my food, but it'll happen next week. I mean, I got spaghetti, a couple burritos, a breakfast sandwich, and I don't know. I think a pot pie. I don't even have bread for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but I got peanut butter and jelly. Okay, well that makes sense.